My name is Nehemiah White, and welcome back to We Desire God Ministries, where we desire to develop a mindset to seek and understand the fullness of God, His love, His compassion, His grace and mercy, His knowledge, His love, His perspective, His timing, so we can manage, maneuver, and navigate our human existence. Now, welcome back to Young Intelligent Hearts. And I know that we're always in need of wisdom. Wisdom is something that is very important, something that helps guide us and helps keep us on the right track where we're supposed to go. Now, you can find a lot of different words of wisdom on the internet, but we want true wisdom. We want something that is better than all that came before it and all that is ever to come after it. And the only way to get true wisdom is from the Lord. And that is the title of our sermon. It is True Wisdom. We'll be going into Proverbs 9:10. Now, I am reading from the New Living Translation, so please follow along with me. Fear of the Lord is the foundation of wisdom. Knowledge of the Holy One results in good judgment. Now, this leads to my first point, which is God is the beginning of wisdom. Now, that is very important, because as the text says, the fear of the Lord is the foundation of wisdom. Submitting to God, listening to His plan, giving your life to Him, it is the beginning of wisdom. It is the best decision that you could ever make. It is the start of your journey. It is what helps open that door, open your mind to things that you never thought was possible. And it's only because of that first step. You know, every road, every path, it all starts with that first step. And that first step is the most important. And it is the beginning of wisdom, which is to fear God, to take heed of His word, listen to Him. Now, without that wisdom, without His true wisdom, we wouldn't be where we are in life. It would be so much harder. Anything that we call wisdom down here that's not from God doesn't even compare to everything that He teaches us, everything that He shows us, everything that He instills in us. Now, I want to go on to something else, which is you need to let His wisdom rest in you. You really need to let it reside in you. For that, I want to go to another scripture, which is Isaiah 11:2, also New Living Translation. And the Spirit of the Lord will rest on him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and the fear of the Lord. Which we were just talking about, the fear of the Lord. That's the beginning of wisdom. And once you let that rest in you, the Spirit of the Lord will rest in you as well. Because when you fear the Lord, when you start really getting His wisdom, that's when you give your life to Him. And that is when these things will start coming into play. How are you going to have His understanding, His counsel, His might, His strength to help pick you up when you fall down, to help keep you grounded? His knowledge, all the things that He has will reside inside of you, which means it will be with you at all times. It will never leave you. It will always be by your side, which means you don't have to look it up on your phone. You don't have to ask somebody else unless you want to ask God. Because if you need to talk to Him, then He's always there. But again, you don't need to look for Him. You just can be like, God, and He's right there. You just start a conversation with Him. But you need to let it rest in you. You need to really listen to Him, because you can submit to God. You can be like, I love you, Lord. I'm going to follow you. But then you not actually do it. You need to let it rest in you. You need to listen to it. Because wisdom and knowledge is powerful, and it is something that everyone needs. But if you don't listen, if you don't let it lead your life, let it guide you, then you're still just walking on your own path. And in that case, it's worse, because you know what you're supposed to do. You know what you've been told, and then you don't do it. But that's something that we all struggle with, that we all face with. And so it's something that we all have to try to, get through, that we have to get past ourselves and listen and really put into motion what God has been instilling in us. So you need to let His wisdom rest in you. I want to talk about lifting up his wisdom above everything else. Above everything. For that, I want to go to another text. That text is Jeremiah 9:24, New Living Translation. But those who wish to boast should boast in this alone, that they truly know me and understand that I am the Lord, who demonstrates unfailing love and who brings justice and righteousness to the earth, and that I delight in these things. I, the Lord, have spoken. So instead of trying to, glorify yourself or lift yourself up, being prideful in yourself, the only thing that you should even think about boasting about would be God. And the one thing that you should lift up is his wisdom. Talk to other people, tell them about what he's done for you, what he has taught you, what he has instilled in you, how his wisdom has impacted your life. All these things are so important. Not only do they help spread God's word and, the mission that he's given all of us, to make disciples and try to bring people closer to the Lord, but it also just shows how thankful you are because, you don't want to keep it to yourself. You want to scream it out at the top of your lungs, and then that's what we all should do. Every time we get a chance to, we should be like, hey, this reminds me of a situation, and this is how God helped me when I was in that situation. We should use it as times to mentor the people, as times to just celebrate and just think, man, that was a tough spot. Or you could be in a tough spot right now, as I know a lot of people are going through rough times right now. It's very hard. But that doesn't mean you cannot thank the Lord for what he has done, for what he is doing, even though you don't see it, and for what he already has planned. Because he already knows what's going to happen. He already knows what's going to happen at the end of the quarantine. He knows when quarantine will end. He knows when all of this stuff is going to go away. And he knows exactly what he wants to happen in you, what is going to happen in you. You just have to let it happen. Going back to the next point. Let his wisdom rest in you. Just listen to what he tells you to do. Listen to what he instills in you, the direction that he gives, and you will be fine. Because he will never leave you, he'll never forsake you, he'll never do anything that will harm you. All things work together for those who love the Lord. All things work for our good. But I feel like it's important to really just share it and be vocal about what he has done for us. And it is his true wisdom that we need to remember is above all else. So if you get advice from somebody, but it contradicts what is in the Bible, that is true wisdom, not earthly wisdom. It is above anything that we are given from anything else. So that is what we should put first. That's what I can't do that because God says to do this, no matter what it is. I know it's hard, but that's something we have to get used to doing. Even if it's a close friend, if it does not align with what he has set forth for you to do, then you cannot do it. So you need to make sure that it is above everything else, that his wisdom is the top of your priorities. It is the top of everything you do. Now, his wisdom is something that is a treasure, I would say. It is important. It is better than gold. It is better than money or fame. It is something that you can pass down. It's something that you can teach others. It's something that can benefit your life, give you joy, and help you lead you to peace. But the only way to do it is really deep into the Word and really see what he's trying to tell you. Because if you don't spend time with him and you don't get into his word, he'll tell you to do some things, but you might not understand it. You need to have a better understanding of it. And it's something that's been here for years. It's been here forever. His word has always been with us. And it has never led us astray. It has never let us down. It has never been wrong. It has always been here to help us. It's always been here in our darkest times, in our darkest moments. Remember, he is Jehovah Jireh. He's Jehovah Nissi. There's a reason that we give him those names. There's a reason that he has those names. And it's because of what he has done and what it has said in his word. We know all the things that he's done. We can say it for hours and hours and we'd still be going. not only from the past, but just the little things that have happened in our lives. Just the things that you know that if it wasn't for what he had told you to do, if it wasn't for what you listened to him, or the things that you instilled into other people, you don't know where they would have been. You don't know where you would have been. That's very, very important and very crucial. And that is why we need to have his true wisdom with us at all times. We need to submit to him. We need to listen. And we need to share it. Thank you all so much for this message. I know it was a little short, but I wanted to make sure I could get this out to you and be concise as possible. I hope that you will share it with as many people as possible. You can see more videos from Young Intelligent Hearts at WeDesireGodMinistries.com. If you have any questions about Young Intelligent Hearts, you can go to the contact page on our website. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, We Desire God Ministries. Hit the bell to be notified for all of our videos. You can follow us on our Facebook page at WDG Ministries and join our group and share with us your experiences with God, and our Instagram, WDG Ministries. See you guys